Peace and love. 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 Listen, y'all excuse me. I know it's a little rude to talk with food in my mouth, but I just had to go get me some French fries. Like I just had to go get me some French fries. Here, and then I decided to pull over at the park and sweat a little bit in the car. You know what I'm saying? But my message to you is, you've been suffering in silence, baby. And it's okay. You're not alone. Because I've been doing it too, right? Hold on. Y'all ain't tell me my little things had me up here looking like a little. Okay, there we go. You've been suffering in silence, baby. You've been struggling. You've been struggling financially, spiritually, physically. You've been struggling. We've been going through it. But because of your faith, because how you believe in the Most High God, you are right. Have you ever felt like you in the middle of hell, like you going through a bunch of hell, but then at the same time you protected in the midst of the storm? Like, that's how I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm going through it. I'm gonna be honest. Folks look at me on the outside and they think I got it all together. They think I got a whole bunch of money. They think, you feel me? Folks see me, they swear I'm getting paid like, and I'm just hiding money or something. I'm trying to figure out where the money is because me need some. Okay, let me borrow $2. But moral of the story is I have a tendency of suffering in silence because I'm so independent. I'm so strong that when I be going through stuff, I don't be want to talk to nobody about it. I don't be want nobody to see me in no bad light or think I ain't got it under control. That's not the case. The case is that I don't like telling everybody my business. Hey, boo. How you doing, girl? When I tell you that hug you gave me the other night, listen, baby, listen, you sent me in a way, in a space, baby, and I loved it, baby. Listen, God is all the way around you, queen. But let me get the message out, because you know I get distracted. Moral of the story is we've been suffering in silence long enough, baby. Stop suffering in silence. If you have a confidant that you can trust, that you can talk to him. If you don't, talk to God. Even if you talk to God all the time, you still feel like you full, get your pen and your paper and write it down. You feel what I'm saying? I sat down the other night and I wrote 13 pages. Y'all, let me lay the window down because, baby, I've been passed out in this car. I wrote 13 pages, front and back, okay? 13 pages, front and back. Y'all, let me know if y'all still can hear me because I just had to turn my switch. I had wrote 13 pages front and back in my journal the other night. When I tell y'all I felt so much better, I had to be real and authentic with myself in the moment of, you know what I'm saying, my expression, because like I said, I suffer in silence a lot because I'm such a deep person. I have so much going on that I don't be feeling like people can even handle my story. People can even got time or even the capacity to hold the weight that I carry. So a lot of time, I hold that stuff in and it be killing me. I'm talking about causing health issues, lack of sleep, more stress, bringing more drama in your life for no reason, right? And so I'm here to tell you today that I'm praying for you. You suffering in silence, I'm praying for you. Because it's not because you want to suffer. It's just because you probably done been judged by so many people. You probably have been manipulated. You probably felt like you was too naive a lot of times. And people took advantage of that, you know, or people just, like I said, in general, just judge you for who you are. So you just decide to keep everything to yourself and suffer in silence, and it's killing you, right? And so you got people like me who understand. So I'm going to pray for you. And I need you, you know what I'm saying, to understand shit. Sometimes I be going through it too. So it's okay. You're not alone. You feel me? The Most High hear your prayers. At the end of the day, find a way to release that suffering. Whether it means you need to go for a walk, go to a gym, go lay at the parking ground, dance, sing, write. Do what you need to do to release that pent up energy. Be creative. Make you a creative project. You know what I'm saying? Like me, for example, when I get stressed, sometimes I just go sit down at my desk and I make a piece of jewelry. Or I'll go dance or do a TikTok, do something to kind of inspire other people. But people like myself, I be out here dancing and singing a lot to people and lifting other people up. Y'all don't even be knowing I be going through it. Y'all, them videos y'all be seeing me out here smiling and prancing all across the screen, I be going through it. Them be my praises. Them be my way of lifting. My way of lifting humanity lifts me. So a lot of the stuff that y'all see with me smiling big, I be suffering. Y'all ain't know it. You don't even know it. I hold it up so well. I'm now getting comfortable now to open up a little bit more about my personal life because I'm so private. I don't like everybody in my business. I just don't. I don't get on here. I don't try to put all my business out there because they just ain't who I am. But at the end of the day, there are some good people out here. Just like this queen. When I tell you the other night, that hug that you gave me, you just didn't understand. Just meeting you in Walmart was what I needed at that moment. I got in the car and I felt the same spirit. I said, God, bless this queen. There's a reason why you had like-minded queens linking up like that. So whenever I come in contact with y'all and I touch y'all, even guys, not just females, but even guys, when I come in contact with you and I feel your spirit and I feel you like myself, that you strong on the outside, but in the inside, you got everything going on and nobody can see it. Yeah, you might look good on the outside, but you got a whole tornado going on in the inside of you. And people be like, oh yeah, she got it all together. No, we don't. The strong be needing prayer too. The strong be needing lifting too. The strong be needing a hug too. The strong be needing to be checked on too. You feel what I'm saying? Just because I'm lifting y'all up don't mean I don't need to be lifted. You feel what I'm saying? So it just took me back to this time where I had to go back to church. Because yeah, I have a church I belong to. For those who think I don't. I just because I'm super spiritual and free spirit don't mean that I don't have a relationship with God. Because baby, I have a better relationship with God than you think. Stay focused now. Anywho, I ain't here to prove my worth to nobody, but I remember the last time I went to the church and the church was telling me, he was like, he wasn't telling me, he was just telling everybody. He was like, listen, I'm a preacher, but I need prayer too. You think I don't? Y'all always coming to me asking me for help, but what about me? And so here I am speaking to those people who you think are so strong that we don't need no help. You think we got everything that you can't give us nothing at all. I was just with a friend the other night. Me and her were doing our nails together. And she has more than me, like nail products, nail everything. I'm old school. I work with what I got. I'm the type of person, baby. I do some nails with baking soda if I can. But she has all the stuff, the gel, the powder. She has everything, right? And she looked at me. She's like, friend, you need anything, let me know. You feel me? You can use any of this stuff over here. And I was like, all right, cool. So then part of me had kind of scrounged up a little bit of myself and was like, okay, well, I wish I could offer the same to her because I really don't have as much as her. But then my spirit said, tell her if she needs anything, she's more than welcome. So I opened up and I told her, I said, sis, I know you already look like you got everything, but I just wanted you to know that if you see anything over here on my side that you need, you more than welcome. And she looked at me, she said, thank you. I said, because it's easy for us to assume that because a person looks like they have everything, they don't need anything. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Sometimes we're just good at making it look good. You get what I'm saying? Somebody needed this message out here. This hush puppy is delicious. Here, you can eat some. Here you go. Don't eat it all. Greedy self. Anyway, somebody needed that bite. Go get you something good to eat. I don't care if it costs you $2. If you've been craving it, I don't care if you ain't got no money in your pocket, but if you got a couple dollars to spare, just to go and treat yourself with something, even if it's small, do it. And that's where I'm at right now, y'all. I ain't where I want to be financially. No, I'm not. I'll be lying if I tell you I am. But at the end of the day, my bills is paid. I got somewhere to lay my head. I got a couple of things in my refrigerator to eat. It might not be what I want, but I thank God for it. But at the same time, I got to dance and say, God, I'm craving me some fries and a piece of cake. Don't judge me because y'all know I'm a vegetarian, so I can't eat nothing else. But I said, God, I want me some fries and a piece of cake. Baby, I waited good till the dang on sky decided to fall out to go get me a piece of some fries and a piece of cake. And when I tell you, I pulled up to this place to get me some food, and I ended up running to an old high school friend, gave me a good hug. That was sweet. And then I ran into this beautiful lady. She sat right beside me, and she looked at me. I looked at her. I said, you look so pretty. She said, thank you. And she looked at me. She said, your hair is so gorgeous. I said, thank you. She said, I'm finna get ready to do it. I said, go ahead. And so we talked about being humble and all that. We had quick little chat. Got my food. I'm getting ready to walk out the door. She hands me a card. And she says, call me if anybody got any questions. And so, you know, she gave me her card or whatever, and it's about a new home. And y'all, I'm like, God, hold up. Wait a minute. What you trying to tell me? So y'all go holler at Miss Nikki Sneed. If y'all know her, go holler at her. Shout out to Miss Nikki Sneed. And it save a spot for me, okay? I don't you to like to tell all my business because you feel me. But at the end of the day, I don't mind sharing. So at the end of the day, I looked at it as I caught all that trouble just to get to that restaurant to go get me some fries and stuff, but really to meet that lady and get that card. Because God know I'm trying to grow up. Okay. And so at the end of the day, stop judging people from the cover and just assuming that they have it all together, because they don't. But I know that God gonna work it out for me. Even when it comes to this card she just gave me, part of me wondering how. God, how? But I know that he would not have placed me there and would not have allowed that lady to give me that if it wasn't meant for me. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, y'all. I don't know what finna happen. But, you know, stay focused. Anyway, but I feel like by me going to treat myself and being able to get here now, sit at this park and give y'all this message, it was the blessing I had to push through. You got to push through that storm, babe. I don't like driving in the storm. Anytime the rain start, little drops, I'm sitting down. But today, as soon as I heard the thunder, my crazy tail self got out the house and said, I don't know why I want to travel in this storm, but I'm finna go. Y'all, I got in this storm, y'all. I done ran through so many puddles, so many floods in the middle of the road, and I just turned my caution lights on, and I just cruised on down the road till I got to the restaurant. I said to myself, now these french fries is not that doggone important, but apparently they were. It was all about treating myself. It wasn't about the french fries. It was just the principle of the fact that I've been so hard on myself financially, trying to make sure I got this paid, make sure I got that paid, make sure I got money for groceries. We shouldn't even have to debate on whether we're going to pay a bill or buy fucking groceries. That's what's killing me, is that we're struggling so hard out here that we got to debate on whether I'm going to pay this light bill or I'm going to go fill my refrigerator up. What I'm going to do? But if I go fill the refrigerator up, then the lights get cut off, then my groceries go bad. Either way, I lose. So moral of the story is I'm just like, you know, I'm learning to just worry about what I can control. And whatever I can't, I ain't finna stress about it. And I'm taking my time and loving on myself in the midst of my storm. Okay? In the midst of my storm, it ain't gonna hurt me to spend a good $8, $9 on myself, is it? I don't eat out all the time. I like to cook at home because most of the time people can't cook nowhere. And then they don't even care about cooking. So I don't even be liking to waste my money or time at no restaurants. But at the same time, today I said, you know what? I'm going to get me some french fries. And they're going to be good and warm, too. Baby, they cook these things hot. I number ate the whole box. Do you hear me? Listen. And they still hot. I've been in the car for about a good 30 minutes. They still busting. It's all because I decided to just treat myself. And I'm sitting down at the park and I'm like, God, let me pray for the people who be suffering in silence. Because we be suffering out here in these streets. And folk be looking at us and swearing, oh, she smell good, she look good, she got it all together, she dressed up from head to toe, ain't nothing wrong with her. And be everything wrong with us. Everything be wrong with us. Pray for me too. Don't pray on me now. If you going to pray on me, you can keep that shit. Because baby, I ain't going to do that. I'm bounce back to you anyway. But I wish on you what you wish on me. You wish goodness upon me, I wish goodness upon you. You wish bad upon me, well, I just return that back to the pits of hell. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I don't wish evil on nobody. I already got it hard enough. And the last thing I need to do is be out here wishing anything ill will, ill intentions on anybody else, because it only come back to me. What you do come back to you. That's real. You feel me? So, I wouldn't wish ill will on nobody. But back to the message. The message is stop suffering in silence. Get up and talk about those things that are hurting you. Find you somebody that you feel is a great confidant that's not going to judge you. And if you can't find nobody, ask God to send you somebody that you could trust. But also be willing to open up to those individuals. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we'll ask the universe for stuff, and then when we get it, we close up, we clam up. And like I said, I'm the type I like to keep my stuff to myself, but even I be needing a confidant. Even though I'm the person that a lot of people come to, I need somebody to go to too sometimes. You get what I'm saying? So even when I don't have that in an actual human being, that's where my pen and paper come in at. When I say I sat down and I wrote 13 pages front and back in my journal the other night, just straight up being real and raw to myself about how I feel and what's been killing me and why I'm losing sleep and what's stressing me. I literally wrote, and I wrote till I cried, until I dozed off, woke back up again, and I kept writing again until my spirit said, "You satisfied?" And when I tell you, ever since that day, my spirit just been at peace. You know what I'm saying? And I just recommend you to do the same. You probably feel like you ain't got enough time to write, baby. When you get full enough, you'll pick that pen and that paper up. Trust me. Especially when you like me, you like I said, you don't really trust too many people, because I got a lot of trust issues that I'm still trying to work through. But God is also still showing me that there are good people out here. There are real people out here. That your tribe is out here. They just waiting on you to find them. You get what I'm saying? And how do you find them? You find them through yourself. And how do you get through yourself? You, first of all, you got to clear out the clutter. You got to clear out the junk. Clear out the people that's taking up space in your aura. Because a lot of people is in your way. You get what I'm saying? You so bogged up and all of that, bogged down with everybody else's projections and everybody else's opinions to the point you can't even see yourself clearly. You don't know who you can go to. But when you start removing and cutting cords and getting those noise makers out the way, them haters out the way, them fake friends and family and sister them and whoever else that ain't helping you, you get their ass out the way, then you can start to see clearly who really there for you, even if it's just one or two people. Even if it's just the angels and the ancestors and it's just yourself. At the end of the day, I'm grateful that I've been doing the work. Y'all, I see this huge white bird so far away from me, but I know that sucker is huge, because if I can see it that far, I know that sucker huge. And white is the crown, baby. We operating in our crown. We're clearing out them clowns. We clearing out our crown chakra so that we can think and see and feel and hear and all of that more clearly. Okay? So that's why I'm urging you to stop suffering in silence, because it's blocking your flow. It's blocking your eyesight. You can't see clearly. You got rose-colored glasses on because you so full of grief and grudges and unforgiveness and unprocessed pain and so much that you don't know where to begin. Sometimes you just need to pick up with that pen. Okay? And if you can't pick up the pen, go outside. Sometimes I'll pull up to the river and scream it out to God. I'll be like, "Hey, I'm going through it. Lord, I'm tired. I'm stressed. I don't know what to do." Until I feel better. And if you don't want to do that, go to a therapist. Talk to your counselor. Find you some source, not to dump on, but just to release. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need a listening ear. I be here for people all the time. They call me. I ain't got to say a word. Just call me. I'm going to listen to you. Sometimes you just be needing a person to listen to you. You know? Find you somebody that's around you that's strong enough to handle your story. You get what I'm saying? And to give you some good sound advice. Not judge you or give you no, "I don't know. Well, that's too much. You crazy. That couldn't be me." Don't talk to nobody that lack the empathy that you need. Talk to somebody that you know hold the capacity to help you get through this, right? We all need that listening ear, that shoulder to lean on. Somebody that we can get a good hug from. Sometimes just a hug is enough. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got to dig in nobody's business. Sometimes just stop and hug them. A hug can take away so much stress. You get what I'm saying? And we're in a space now where we can actually touch each other again. And so, you know, my thing is this, like, stop waiting on your strong friend to break down before you realize, oh, they needed somebody. Check on them. If it hit your spirit, check on them. I had a friend of mine check me the other day. She just called me out the blue. "Hey, girl, I ain't want a thing. I was just calling to check on you." Stuff like that mean the world to me. Because like I said, a lot of times people see me and think I ain't got nothing going on. And I be having hell going on. But I be trying to make it, you know, remain in heaven or make it look like heaven, whatever. But I'm finna start letting y'all know everything ain't all peaches and cream. Okay? They good going through it out here in these streets. But I'm okay at the same time. So for those who watching this live looking for some shit, looking for a loophole to poke, listen, let me tell you something. Shame on you. Okay? Stop always getting on folks' stuff trying to look for them to be going through something. Okay? I'm just going through life. Life just life. I ain't the only one. It's life for everybody. But at the same time, I'm all right. And that's what I wanted you to know. That sometimes you could be in the midst of the storm and still be protected in this little protective bubble. And that's how I feel. I feel like, damn, God, look at all the hell going on around me. But thank you for protecting me in the same token. Some of y'all feel like that, and you need to stop and be more grateful. Like I said, you might not have the amount of money in your pocket that you want. You might not have a job that you want. You might not be getting the customers that you want. You might not even be living where you want to live. You might not even have the groceries in your refrigerator that you want. But at the end of the day, you're still alive and you're still okay. Tell yourself, look at yourself and know that it could be worse. Because there's somebody out here who got it way harder than you. And they online pretending that they don't. And I'm here to let you know, it's all right to let folks know it ain't. It ain't. Because people perceive me to be Gucci all the time. And don't get it twisted. I do be majority of the time. But I have my down times too. And I'm learning to come out of that shame, guilt mode of feeling bad for letting people know that I ain't where I want to be in life. People look at me and they think, oh, she always online. She always out here giving advice and stuff. Yeah, she been, let me find out. Let me find out she ain't got no money. Let me find out she, living in the hood. Let me find, live right in the hood and been for years. And I ain't ashamed to say it. Not no more anyway. The struggle is real, but get what? I thank God for my place of residence. I thank God that I have a roof over my head. I thank God that I have a pillow to lay my head on. Because I have been in my car before. I know what it feels like to be homeless. I know what it feels like. So I am obsessively grateful for where God has placed me in my life, whether it's where I want to be or not. Because, baby, you could be on the side of the road like some of these folk hiding in other folks' sheds or living in cardboard boxes or even on the curb outside on the corner on McFarland somewhere asking for change. That could be you, but it ain't. So be grateful for them $20 in your bank account. Be grateful, because I'm telling you. But you ain't got no reason to be ashamed. You ain't got no reason to be suffering. It's all right. Friend, I need help. Friend, I'm going through it. Friend, I ain't got it right now. Friend, I need you to listen to me. And sometimes that friend need to be you. Okay? You ain't crazy. You ain't crazy. You crazy if you don't. Okay? So like I said, find you somebody to talk to that you trust. Don't be telling everybody your business now. I ain't telling your crazy tale to go out here and talk to these clowns. Because it is some out here. Do not go and give nobody no bullets to shoot at you. Okay? If you feel in your spirit that you should not talk to certain individuals, don't. Trust your intuition. Your first mind is your right mind. At the end of the day. But if God leads you to talk to somebody, and part of you still a little hesitant, but then a part of you want to, and you feel that they're safe, do so. Because you never know. It might be an earth angel sent in disguise that's an answer prayer for what you ask God for. And I can remember asking God plenty of days, guys, please send me somebody that I can confide into. Because I'm always that person for everybody else, and nobody's ever strong enough for me. So who am I going to talk to, God? Because even the counselor need a counselor. Right? The world needs therapy. The entire world needs therapy. We really do. So stop pretending you don't need an outlet. You do. So go through that storm. Push through that thing. Drive safely while you in it. Turn your hazard lights on. Okay? And go your pace. You ain't got to speed because everybody else speed. Because they're going 45 in the rain, 55 don't mean you got to. You go as slow as you need to. Go as fast as your car lets you go. And I'm talking about energetically and physically if you need to. And I ain't recommending nobody putting their life in danger. I'm just simply saying, metaphorically, go through that storm. That storm ain't going to last but about a good 10, 15 minutes. Go through that storm. Bag your car up and sit down and wait till it stops. Then get out when the sun starts back shining again. And go on in there and get you something good to eat. No storm lasts always. That's why I'm here having this message with you right now. I pushed through that storm, y'all. I said to myself, windows fogging up and everything. I been dealing with car trouble and everything. I'm like, God, why am I crazy to yourself out here in this storm? And now look at me, sitting up in the car, sweating bullets, eating hush puppies. You want here? This last one. Yeah. Okay. That's enough. That ain't something for me. I love y'all, man. Let me see who on here, because y'all already know I be trying to stay focused. Oh, who? See what I'm talking about? I caught it now. Stay focused. Anyway, she said, baby, preach. Thank y'all for watching. She said, same, sis. Seeing you the other day, you don't even know the alignment. Yes, ma'am. When I say God aligned us, God aligned us. And I cried and I prayed about that when I got in the car. I was like, Lord, thank you for her. Because I know the earth angel you are. I also know the silent battles that you struggle, because you remind me a lot of myself. And you are definitely one reason why I got on this live. I just didn't know until now. But thank God that I did and I was obedient. It's okay to open up about what you're going through. Even if you just got to pick up your phone and do a video about it. You get what I'm saying? She said, it's in me, not on me. Amen. You feel me? She said, my song, God in me, mirror, mirror. They don't know that part. The God in me. Thank you, Wilma. I love you, Sugar. My sunflower and rose. When I say I love y'all, thank y'all for watching. Y'all share this live to other people who feel like they need this. And it's okay to stop pretending that you got this shit all together, because you don't. And I know I don't. But get what? Keep prayer and hope alive. And at the end of the day, in the midst of that storm, do what you can. And what you can't, we ain't gonna stress about it. All right? We're not gonna stress about it. We're not living in a time no more where we got to keep cloaking ourselves with a bunch of masks and pretending and put on all them facades that ain't nothing wrong. Baby girl, baby boy, let me tell you something. The struggle is real out here in the field. But we're gonna make it. Confirmation, baby. Somebody just dropped a whole bunch of something over there. Listen, we're gonna make it. No matter how turbulent it might seem at this moment, keep your faith, keep your prayer high and strong, and believe until you see it. Don't wait till you see it to believe it. That's fleshly. See it before, believe it before you see it, right? And know that better days are coming, even though you can't see it and you don't know how they coming. Just know them bills gonna be paid in full. You don't know how that money, where that money coming from. Just know that that refrigerator, that cabinet gonna be filled up. You don't know where that food coming from. But just know God gonna take care of it as long as you stay the course and you stay solid and you stay committed and don't fall for the trickery and the okie doke of the enemy. Do not fall for those fake illusions, the disguises that he coming in to pretending that he's God. Don't fall for none of that. Okay? Because just like God hear your prayer, so does the enemy. So at the end of the day, I'm looking confirmation. Somebody just popped up on my phone. I see 4444. Somebody need to look that number up. 444. 4 represents protection. That means you are protected heavily, angelically by the angels. So don't you worry. Yes, you might feel like, God, why am I struggling so hard? But the struggle is not to you, it's for you. It's to build your strength, to build your resilience, to build your perseverance, to see how dedicated to the cause you truly are. Are you just talking, or are you actually walking that walk? You get what I'm saying? And if I get on here and I tell y'all all the time to believe in God and God is this and God is that, but then who am I to go and doubt God? You get what I'm saying? Who am I to go and, you get what I'm saying? Act like ain't nothing to even what it is. Listen. Sometimes God got to unspoil you to humble you, to keep you humble. And see, I always pray and I always tell God, because it's easy to get in your blessing season, in your abundant season, and just think, okay, for one, forget where you came from. And two, okay, I did this on my own. And three, I ain't got to do no more work. And I ain't gonna go through no hardships no more. It's easy to get like that. But then sometimes God got to come back and bring you back. And take some things away from you. Take you through some struggles and some strife. To take you through some, nights where you can't sleep or you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. Or take you through a little car trouble. Or take you through a moment of solitude by yourself. Make you feel like you're losing everybody. Just so you can come back to him and know that he is all that you need. If God is all that you got, you have everything you need. Somebody needed to hear that. And even in the midst of my struggle, God is all I need. Do you hear me? God is everything to me. And when I tell you he is taking care of me, it kills me because I'm so used to giving and always being that friend who always got it, always being that family member who got it. But right now, God got me in the receiving mode to where I can't do nothing for nobody or even barely myself, but sit and receive. And it's killing me. But at the same time, it's blessing me and it's teaching me that you're not going to always be on the up. And even your down is not necessarily bad. Trust that God got you either way. Your job is to stay committed, stay down, stay solid, stay focused, stay in faith. You get what I'm saying? Do not give up. That's the test. And it's so crazy because I was talking to my friend yesterday and me and her was playing a game. And the lady was just running around in the room and I had been there with her for hours and I was just like, all right, friend, I'm finna get ready to go. Cause I didn't think we had nothing else to do. I was just sitting there. I was like, well, she ain't doing nothing, but just the game ain't doing nothing, but just running around, bumping around in the room. And right when I was getting ready to, she was trying to learn how to hula hoop. That's what it was. The character was trying to learn how to hula hoop. She kept picking up the hula hoop and dropping it. Hula hoop, dropping it. She couldn't really get the hula hoop, right? And it reminded me a lot of myself because I can't hula hoop. I've been trying to hula hoop all my life, but at the same time, I still be trying, right? So the lady finally did. When I got ready to go, I'm like, all right, friend, I'm finna get ready to go. I'm here to go. And boom, that's when the character started hula hooping, y'all. And I said, look at them. I said, right when you ready to give up, because y'all know me, it's a message and everything. Right when you ready to give up, when you think ain't nothing happened, boom, that's when it's finna happen. Right when you ready to give up. So stay the course. Don't allow impatience to get in the way. Excuse me, do your work while you're in your downtime, what you call downtime, which is really your reflective mode, right? Reflect on what you need to release, whether it be a negative mindset, whether it be worry, stress, lack of faith, whether it be you giving up too quickly, whether it be your attitude, how you're looking at it, whether it be how you're perceiving this thing. However, only you know where you going wrong with God in, okay? Be gentle with yourself, right? Cut yourself some slack. Allow yourself some rest time. Time to heal. Don't nobody heal overnight. Don't nobody heal in 2-3 days. Take time that you need. If you need a nap for 3 days, baby, give it to yourself. And don't feel bad for doing it. No, you're not lazy. We know you productive. Confirmation. Y'all hear that train? We know you're a productive person, but you also need rest. Stop burning yourself out because you feel like you gotta work. You gotta hustle hard because you're trying to pay these bills. Bills that's gonna always be there. Bills gonna always be there. Debt gonna remain the day you leave here. So stop killing yourself, stressing and worrying about how you gonna handle it. Just know that God will take care of it. I like to speak out loud. When I just want to spend that money, I said, God, every dollar I spend comes back to me times 100. I don't know where it's coming from, but I know God gonna take care of me. He always do. He always do. Always. Even if it don't come when I want it. It ain't about when I want it. It ain't my timing. It's God's timing. That's why I tell y'all, we don't control shit. God control everything. We might think we do. That's why you need to release your control issues, because that's what's killing you. You think you control everything. You don't control nothing. You tire yourself out. You're fighting against what's already faded. I'm learning every day to stop fighting against what's already written. Those hardships was written for me to go through. Those friendships was written for me to lose. Those family members was written for me to walk away from. You get what I'm saying? That financial hardship, all of that stuff was written already. And it was designed for me to grow and become stronger than what I've already been. I needed to grow some thicker skin. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, stay focused, man. Stay focused. Get them distractions out of the way. Get them distracted people out of the way. Get those limiting belief systems out of the way. That old shit that you used to believe that worked and it ain't worked back then, what makes you think it's going to work now? It's time to ask God to help you to release those limiting beliefs about yourself and others. Okay? You ain't who you used to be yesterday. You're not. So stop judging yourself for what you did then. That's the past, boo. You got a whole new slate today. You got a whole new slate tomorrow, if God see fit for you to make it. But in the meantime, I need you to cherish this present moment, because it's a gift to have it, even if it's not coming in the wrapped up package that you expect it to be in. Okay? It ain't gonna always, you know how they say sometimes when you can order your package, like and sometimes the package come beat up in a beat up box, but then when you open the package up, the package ain't even been touched or bruised. Look at yourself like that. Your package might be beat up on the outside, but baby, you intact in the inside. That's all that matters. Somebody needed to hear that. Somebody type that. Y'all, I love speaking to y'all. And I lighten my load the more I speak, which is why the enemy come up against my throat so much, because the enemy be wanting me to shut the hell up. He be wanting me to shut up. You feel me? They be the people that he work with, they be like, I wish she would just shut up. Why she always influencing people? Why she always inspiring people? Why she always leading people back to God? Why she always telling people about her testimony? Because I can. That's my gift. That's my purpose. That's what I'm here for. And I'm realizing now, even in my downtime, that's when the best messages come out. That's when you get your biggest and best testimony. And so I got to learn to stop keeping it to myself, being stingy, eating it all up. When I got to learn to share that so that y'all can understand that you too have somebody that's going through it with you. You're not alone. So you ain't got to keep pretending that you are. You ain't got to keep pretending that everything all good. We all going through something for a reason, and it's all designed to teach you to stay focused and to be stronger and to stay committed. Marry God before you marry anything else. Before you marry that job, before you marry that person, before you marry them kids, before you marry anything, I need you to stop and marry God. And when you marry God, then all of your other marriages in your life or relationships or connections or whatever else will come into play. And I'm learning to marry myself, marry God, so that I can be married to my blessings and my abundance that's about to come my way. You get what I'm saying? So this is why I do what I do. This is why I get up and speak, knowing that I have a lot of people that love it and I have a lot of people that don't. But at the end of the day, it's about saving other people's lives, because I too wish that sometimes people would stop and throw me a life jacket, right? But I realize now that person that I've been waiting on is me. So I'm going to come back to this reading. I hate that they done started deleting our lives, but I'm going to come back to this reading and I'm going to minister to myself, because I like to go back and I like to watch my own readings and push myself through my storms, because there will be other storms. So just because the sun starts shining don't mean you get comfortable and basking in the ambience. Sometimes you need to prepare for the next one. Not saying that you can't enjoy that sunlight, but at the end of the day, just know that just like the sun rises, so must it set. So you got to understand that there's an ebb and flow to life. You're going to have ups and you're going to have downs, and you got to be able to embrace them both. That's where the yin and the yang come in there. Nothing is all light and nothing is all dark. You get what I'm saying? So even in your dark moments, still praise. Even in your light moments, still praise. Okay? Don't stop because the sun has started shining. That's where we make a mistake at. I like to keep praising, baby, because I want to keep my blessings going. That's almost like putting your phone on a charger. You don't never want it to die. So I like to keep my phone charged spiritually. And I advise you to do the same. So go treat yourself, even if it's just a $5 t-shirt. If it's something that you've been craving, that you've been wanting, and you've been being good, you've been, because I'm a vegetarian, so I've been eating vegetables every damn day. And I love vegetables. Don't get it twisted. But some days I want to cheat. I want me some French fries or something that kind of, satisfy that little craving. And today I decided to go and treat myself, even though I might feel that I don't have the finances. But I do. I obviously did. I made it happen. Right? So I'm glad that I did, because now my soul is satisfied. I could have easily stayed in the house and feast me some vegetables, but that wouldn't have been what I wanted. And I did it the other day when I was craving